Talmar Anderson, Boss Actions here. And today we're talking about if you are worried you are a boss that is too nice. A lot of the conversations I have, in fact, a lot of the clients we have, are people that worry they're just being too nice. And that comes from a couple of different spaces, right? We're worried that if they're not happy, they'll quit. We're worried that if we're too mean, they're going to not like us. Yeah, I know you, boss. I know you're worried about being liked by your team. That's not a bad thing. We just need to make sure that the processes and the way we're communicating and the way that we take action in our company, especially around building and managing our teams, is going to support the idea of how we get to the end. Yes, we can get to a successful business with a team that is able to do their job, and we can all do it liking each other. It absolutely can happen. But I think that the too nice part is in the setting of expectations. We're afraid to tell our team what we really want. Now, if you're a bossification client, you have already learned the steps in the process for being clear on what you need from them and how to pull them in and really manage with them and communicate what those expectations are so that from the get-go, we hire the people that can deliver. And then all we got to do is help them understand what more they can do or how we can help them get what they need, the resources, the tools, so that they can be even more successful at their job. That's the point. But what we do instead is we have a tendency to let people go a long time underperforming, or we think they're going to figure it out. So today I have one real myth that I need you to take deep into your soul, boss, because you can be a nice boss and hold people accountable. But you have to start to understand how you communicate your expectations. And the biggest one that nice bosses rest on is the idea of giving an employee another chance. Chance. Whew. What does that mean? We're trying to say we're giving them another chance to be successful, right? If we're thinking that, if we're even considering that they need another chance, that means they've been unsuccessful. So they haven't performed exactly what we want, the way we want it in the time frame that we need it. So there's a disconnect there. So many of us have a tendency to want to sit on that and allow the professional that we've hired, ideally they're great at something that they're doing in their job, to figure it out. We're going to give them one more chance and then I'll talk to them about it. I'm sure if I just let them try this one more time, they will get it. Except for they won't. There is a disconnect there. So from now on, boss, this is how I want you to give people a chance. This is how you give your employees a chance. You immediately, as soon as you notice something is incorrect, not hitting your expectations, isn't up to the level with which you require for them to be successful in this job, you immediately get their time and attention. You pull them aside and you have a conversation. You ask for a meeting so you can have a conversation. And you do have to be clear. What you are doing right now is not meeting our expectations, are not good enough for you for this job's performance. So yeah, you don't have to go all the way down extrapolating this. If this is the very first conversation and the very first time they got something wrong, you don't have to take it for you to stay employed. But if we don't explain it to them that it's that important, if we don't take the time to show them the right way, so if they use the color yellow in a creative design and they're never supposed to use yellow, we have to teach them that. We have to take them aside and say, hey, I don't know if you missed this, but this is really important for our creative side. We can't ever use yellow. We always have to use purple. It's a big difference. It's very important. Do you have any questions about that? Do you understand that how critical this is? Do you understand that this is required for success in this job, right? Giving them a chance is immediately giving them the details, the resources, the understanding of what success will look like so that now they have a chance at getting it right. We always have to work from the idea that somehow something wasn't communicated correctly. And taking that step to communicate it is not about telling them they're wrong. It's about making sure they understand what is right. Now you will have to pull that through and do the management side if they make the mistake again. And that's definitely going to go into your performance and how you really show up as a boss and communicate those expectations and the accountability. But we could help you with that too if you're not comfortable. But today, your big lesson, giving someone a chance at success, is sitting down with them and telling them what they need to do differently to be considered successful. All right, boss, you don't have to be mean. We just have to be clear. All right, boss on.